Namaskar everyone, I'm Akshat from India and I have been a Red Devil since 1997, which is why it is especially hard for me to see the rut that my team has fallen into. And it reminded me, like I've said in my previous video, which I have named Is Manchester United Past the Glory? So you can check that out and share your comments about that. But this one is about and notes I was making while we were losing to Atletico Madrid in February 2022. And I guess I didn't get around to making that video, but never late than never. The past is history, the future is a mystery. And today, after the loss to Galatasaray in the Champions League, we are effectively out because Bayern Munich beat us, Galatasaray has beaten us. I wouldn't be very surprised if we have to suffer defeats in the return legs as well when Bayern visit us and when we go to Galatasaray. Copenhagen might not prove to be much of a threat, but who knows? Given the way we are playing, it's all very mostly down. I was going to say up and down, like I have said in my preview shot for this Galatasaray game, but it's mostly downhill. So I thought I will share with you my disappointments, including the match reactions that were in that Atletico Madrid game, because even then we weren't playing very well. So here we go. While watching the game, I felt that sometimes you want to make time skip ahead like you can do with songs on Alexa. It just hears its name and wakes up. I mean, this is the future of technology. We are already immersed in it, whether we like it or not. The Internet of Things is all around us. So, that digression aside, the past is history, the future is a mystery, and sport is a great leveler. Its sheer raw unpredictability attracts us to participate, whether as player or as spectator. And Ronaldo has 140 Champions League goals. This is I'm talking about, like I said, Atletico Madrid at the Metropolitan on 22nd Feb 2022. So that's 2002 2022. Anyway, numbers aside, which can be very easily made into spirals, we can attach meaning to anything that our mind wants to attach meaning to. We finally scored with the 139th corner in that season's Premier League. Anyway, Manchester United at that time, this is what I wrote. Manchester United are far from their feared erstwhile status, and the fragility is what optimistic teams are exploiting. The legacy hangs heavy on the heads of the team, but like I said, sport is a great leveler. Its sheer raw unpredictability makes it such a good spectator sport. Football I'm talking about. Atletico were pressing pretty high up the pitch and earning the subsequent reward, and even as vicarious viewing, the atmosphere is electric at the Atletico Madrid Stadium, the Metropolitan. The Red Devils are individually pointing at their opponents as if to say to their teammates, mark this guy, but they aren't doing it themselves. It's like old time cricket when the close in fielders, when the ball used to go near them, they used to just wave their hands like this and signal to the player near the boundary to come up and take that ball. It was very laid back, not at all like the aggressive cricket that is played these days. Which reminds me, the World Cup is upon us, and India will be looking to emulate our feat in 1983 and 2011. Ravichandra Ashwin and Virat Kohli are the only two players who are still in the team since that 2011 victory. Coming back to the Atletico Madrid game versus Manchester United, I found that Apple was asking me to pay for a security package, but I do buy Apple for the security, so that's built into iOS, whether I choose to pay for it or not, right? So that's some food for thought. And at halftime, it was 1-0. I also gave it a hashtag ATLMUN, which I never used hashtag in my iCloud notes again, but handoff was working beautifully. So I was typing some things on my phone, and they were appearing instantaneously on my laptop. Fine. So Yao Felix scored the goal and he celebrated with sort of a machine gun type celebration. And now that I think about it, I think it was a result. or rather such celebrations even today, but I don't see them very often now, are a result of the youth's infatuation with guns and violence. It reminds me of some Pakistan cricket player doing a pantomime of an automatic rifle after achieving a landmark score. Video games and OTT gratuity with regards to violence, sex, and death has seeped into the conscious of today's youth, subjected as they are to gratification rather than mental stimulation. Technology can be used to educate and entertain, and we should strive towards that instead of lowering the intellect of humankind as a whole. So that is something for content creators to think about. Do what you want to do in your private life, but in your public persona, try and be a good role model rather than trying to entice people with curse words and obscene gestures and obscenities and gratuitous violence and you know other such things. Sebastian Haller has become the top scorer in the UEFA Champions League season, and I guess that was some of the match highlights that I was seeing. And finally, like I said, 22nd Feb 2022. So that was 22022022 or 0222022. Okay, next up is my match recap of us getting smashed out of the FA Cup in that season. So stick around for that. Check out the next video. Check out the other Manchester United videos. And thank you so much for your patience. 6.5 minutes is a long time, so sit through a rant like this. But what is a Man U fan to do other than rant at uh, the camera? Well, thank you so much once again. Share your thoughts in the comments. Smash that sub button for awesomax fun. I'm Akshat from India and hoping to get a conversation going with you. Thanks so much. Good night.